Hello there, my name is Random CG, and today I'm going to show you how to turn an old pair of shoes into a good pair of cosplay boots. So anyone who's familiar with the channel will know that I like to recycle my projects. This was a failed World War I gas mask print that anyone who's familiar with the channel will know that I turned into the Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 mask. And to keep with the tradition of recycling, I kind of want to take these shoes that I have here. These were old show shoes that I bought for like 20 bucks at Walmart. I needed a good looking shoe that could take a beating, and these guys, they definitely took a beating. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a boot that was going to get scuffed up and then it would be toast forever. Like, I just needed a shoe that looked good and had a purpose. So they survived 2 shows, and I don't really want to throw these out because like they have a lot of sole left. They're still very comfortable, but I've got like other shoes that I'm gonna wear on a more practical basis. So what I decided to do is I'm gonna take the old friend of any cosplayer, EVA foam. I'm gonna take 2 kinds, like this thin 2 millimeter size, and kind of just use that for the tongue, like the front part of the boot. And then I'm gonna use a thicker one for the heel of the boot, just so it's a little more robust and will hopefully hold up more. The reason I'm doing this is because I've got a few cosplay ideas in mind. I think these guys would be an excellent donation to make a Stormtrooper boot for my Stormtrooper cosplay, as well as a Steampunk type boot. Because even though I do have like an army boot here, like it's a very nice army boot, would do very well for Steampunk cosplays, Stormtrooper, it doesn't really scream Stormtrooper. So that's kind of the idea behind that, is we're gonna make a tall boot that's gonna be about yay tall and will look really good with a steampunk cosplay, but all the laces or leather belts that I decide to add to it will be hidden by the shin armor on the Stormtrooper. So that's pretty much our plan. We're gonna tackle this shoe. We're gonna make a few stencils for the tongue and the sides here, and we're gonna make a nice looking boot. So for this part here, I'm just cleaning the shoe up with some Scotch-Brite and some isopropyl alcohol. The Scotch-Brite just helps scuff up the shoe to make it a little easier for the glue to grab onto it. And then I'm just putting a good amount of rubber glue on both the part and the shoe itself. You have to let it dry for a minute, wait for it to get tacky, and then you can put it on. The less you use, the better it comes out. So for this part of the video, I'm just trying out different Dremel bits just to get a good tempered edge on the edges of the boot. I didn't like how flat the boot looked, so I wanted to give it a more tempered look, more of a leather handcrafted look, just to make it feel and look a little bit more like a boot. It came out looking pretty good. You don't necessarily have to do this step, especially if you're doing it for Stormtrooper boots, but I felt like it would be a good step in the right direction. Excuse the pun. So with any good project, you want to make sure that at the end of the cosplay, it's going to fit you comfortably and everything's going to fit properly, and that the boot's not going to fall apart afterwards. I tried to work on the other boot shortly after making this video, and I was trying to rush it for the video by not scuffing the shoe up or anything, and the glue just ended up letting go. So unfortunately, even if you don't want to, it's a good idea to scuff up the shoe, get it all primed and ready for your glue, and then get it nice and clean to prepare it for the plasti dip or regular white glue if you decide to use white glue. Now, as I said earlier, I decided to plasti dip my shoe, but you can use white glue if you want to. I didn't get a lot of video just because of the weather. Damn you, weather! But it did end up coming out pretty good. I ended up putting about 3 coats on it, and I think the shoe came out looking relatively good. If you're doing like a normal Stormtrooper cosplay, this is a good stopping point. You can do a clear coat, but now is time to take a quick break with our little chicken nugget. She hasn't been feeling good, so if you make it this far in the video, just drop a like for her because she's been a little under the weather. She's doing better now, but she was not feeling good, and I was very worried about her, so just give her a like. Now, if you're going for a Shadow Trooper or you just want a black boot, you can use regular spray paint. I just had black airbrush paint, so I decided that would be the easiest option for me. I live in an apartment, so it's hard to get outside and spray paint, especially when you have neighbors that may not like the smell of paint fumes. But yeah, you don't have to airbrush your boot, but that's just what I ended up doing. Feel free to paint your boot however you wish, and just make sure that you mask off any areas that you may not want to paint. So here we are just with the final product. I didn't end up making the boot as tall as I originally thought I would, but it ended up coming out pretty good. I'm very happy with how it looks. I'm very happy with how the temperament came out on it. And I'm very happy with the flexibility of the shoe. I'm very happy that the shoe came out looking the way it did. Obviously, they're not professional grade quality. They, upon close inspection, will show that it's not all leather material, But I'm honestly really happy with how it looks. Like, for what I was going for, these shoes came out looking really good. And just with the shin armor attached, I eventually ended up having to add more Velcro just to make sure they all stuck properly together. But all in all, I think this product came out looking really, really good. So yeah, that's how to make a cosplay steampunk boot. If you liked the video, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. If you stick around to the very end, you'll see a glimpse of our next cosplay project. But remember, to see more, you need to like, favorite, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next video. But until then, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay random, everyone. Until next time, see you soon.